What is going on, guys? So in this video I'm going to be sharing how I went from the skinny fat kid to the jacked guy I am now. I gained confidence, lost fat, finally got a six-pack, and built 20 pounds of muscle mass without giving up my favorite foods. And the thing is, I've created a method called the Top Shape Method, breaking down step by step everything you need to know on how to build your dream physique. So make sure you're taking notes, because in this video I'm going to be dropping a lot of information. Make sure to stay to the end of the video as well to get all the information that you will need. Now, before implementing this method, I was stuck in the skinny fat stage. Struggled with self-confidence, very insecure. Look at me. I had tons of acne. I didn't even like going out in public because of the way I look, and I got teased, bullied because of that. And it took just a massive hit on my confidence. No girls were finding me attractive. And it made it very, very hard. It made me not really like myself when I couldn't attract any girls. I didn't have the confidence to take off my shirt. And it was a really hard time for me. I was 16 and it was probably one of the hardest times of my life during this. Now, after implementing this method, I finally gained real size, got to see my abs, and I built the physique that I always wanted when I was younger, seeing physiques online. Finally looked good, fit in clothes. People started to notice too. When I came back to school after coronavirus, because that's when I started hitting the gym. It was during quarantine. After quarantine, I came back. People noticed. I was starting to fill out my shirts. Face leaned out, acne went away. I didn't have to hide anymore. I could actually just share my physique. I could take off my shirt and not be insecure about it. Energy shot up. I didn't crash after work. I could work a full shift and then continue to hit the gym, continue to go back to being present with my family, enjoy the rest of my life. And I didn't have to sacrifice food. I wasn't eating only chicken, rice, and broccoli, because that doesn't work. That's not sustainable. That's not fun either. I learned how to go out, eat for results without cutting out burgers and ice cream, because you gotta enjoy yourself here and there, but you also don't wanna get fat. And so there's a way to do that. There's a way to have the balance to make sure you're still on track and constantly improving yourself. But most importantly though, I actually became the man I wanted to be, reaching my full potential, confident, capable, and finally gaining respect. So this method is for you if you're stuck in the skinny fat stage. You're not lean, you're not strong, and it's just not ideal. You're tired of second guessing your workouts and nutrition. You might hear something like somebody will say, oh, do the carnivore diet. Oh no, do the chicken, rice, broccoli diet. You might eat healthy, you might work out, but if you're not locked in, you don't have the optimal workouts, the optimal nutrition, you're never gonna get the best results, and it could be the reason why you're stuck right now. This is for you if you wanna feel confident, shirtless, respected in a room, go to the beach, take off your shirt, feel good about yourself. This is for you if you wanna get in shape now, ready for the summer, instead of putting it off and waiting another year and then just never actually taking action. And this is for you if you're not happy with the way you look and the lifestyle you have. This is not for you if you're hoping results will magically show up while keeping the same habits that got you stuck in the first place. This is not for you if you're fine with being the average guy that gets little attention. If you're comfortable with that, this is not for you. If you want results but aren't willing to lift, eat right, and stay consistent, not for you. If you'd rather keep telling yourself, I don't have time, than admit you've been avoiding the work. Because let's be honest, we all have the time. If you got the time to scroll on social media, you've got the time. And if you think that investing in your health and fitness is a luxury, not a necessity, this is not for you. You might invest in takeout, you might invest in weed, alcohol, bars with the boys, invest in that video game, but you can't invest in your health? What? If you're not gonna make fitness a you're not gonna take your health, if you're gonna invest in all this other BS but not your health, this isn't for you. You're afraid of structure because it forces you to face the fact that you've been willing, and this is not for you if you're afraid of structure because it forces you to face the fact that you haven't been winging it. And this is not for you if you're afraid of structure because it forces you to face the fact that you've been winging it for years. If you're stuck not seeing a change, it's because you're winging it and you need a structured system that's going to give you the best results possible. But here's the truth. You're not out of shape because of bad luck. You're out of shape because of your bad habits. Until you change those bad habits, until you figure out which ones are holding you back, nothing's going to change. So no amount of scrolling or trying harder will change anything. There's no like YouTube tutorial that's going to fix all your problems. You actually just have to put in the work and find the system. So being busy isn't a problem either. Plenty of men with families, 12-hour workdays, and real responsibilities can still make it happen because they make fitness a priority. They're not treating it like a side quest, like it's just an optional thing that they can do. No, they make it mandatory. You've been lied to. You don't need 6 meals a day, and you don't need 2 hours in the gym. You definitely don't need to give up your favorite foods to get abs. If you're not confident in your body, it bleeds into everything else. Your relationships, your energy, your mindset. You're not just building a body, you're building the version of you that shows up better everywhere. It's not just about looking good. It's about building the discipline, the mindset you need. Change doesn't happen overnight though. It takes years, it takes commitment. So in 90 days, you could look and feel like a new man, but only if you stop quitting on yourself. Only if you finally lock in on a productive, structured routine. So here's the good news. You already have what it takes. You're watching this video. The only thing standing between you and the body you want is the decision to start right now. You're capable of more than you believe. If you tell yourself, oh, I can't get a six-pack, that's too hard. Of course it's going to be hard. You're not even believing in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to truly say, I have what it takes, because it's possible. Every man has a six-pack. You just got to lean down if that's what it takes. You can absolutely transform. You don't need to be perfect or wait for the right time. It starts with a single choice, and once you take that choice, the momentum will do the rest. You are stronger than your excuses. The busy job, the long hours, the lack of time, they're just excuses. If you truly want to change, you have to push past these limiting beliefs saying, oh, I can't do it. My time is up. Oh, I'll start next week. Like, all fucking excuses. They're stalling excuses. You could have already been at your dream physique by now if you just weren't lying to yourself. So it isn't about building muscle. It's about building the man that you want to be. When you take control of your body, you take control of your confidence, your mindset, your life, and your future self will thank you. Because there's always two options. You can either be the guy that's comfortable, or you can be the guy that sacrifices a couple things, takes control, and actually see improvement. So which option do you want? And if you want that person to be you, I'll show you exactly how to enjoy a diet that is actually sustainable, pack on lean muscle while losing fat at the same time, and become the most energetic, confident version of yourself. And in case you don't know me, here's a brief backstory about how I got here. So I know what it's like to feel stuck. I was stuck for a long time in that skinny fat stage, tons of acne. And yeah, like I said, this was one of the hardest times of my life. I looked absolutely terrible. And waking up, seeing this in the mirror every single day, the terrible face fat, the chubby cheeks, the acne everywhere, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to fix it. I spent many years in this position where I was feeling lost, feeling stuck, depressed, not confident, not liking the way I looked. And it really impacted everything I did in my life. Anywhere I went out in public, I hated it. I hated revealing myself. I felt invisible, like a kid in a crowd. Like I didn't want to stand out at all. I just wanted to hide. I wanted to hide myself. And I tried countless diets, workouts, plans, quick fixes. Nothing actually worked long term. I learned this the hard way, that the results don't come from shortcuts. I used to believe that if I trained harder, cut out more foods, I'd see a change, but what I didn't realize was that the missing piece was actually creating a sustainable plan that was smart, that would get me long-term results. Because what's the point? What's the point if you can drop 30 pounds in months, but then gain it right back? That's not sustainable. We want to be lean for life. And then I finally found the balance between muscle growth, fat loss, without sacrificing all the things that I enjoy. It wasn't about giving up the foods that I love or spending endless hours in the gym. It was only when I actually started styling in everything, the sleep, the nutrition, the gym, that's when I got the results. And I also had to hop on Accutane for the acne. Like I finally just took the medication And that's what really got rid of the acne, on top of just cleaning up my nutrition, hitting my protein goal, doing all these things, trying to optimize not just one area of my life, but all of the areas of my life. So this is the Top Shape method, the step-by-step system I've perfected through years of lifting in real life transformation, and I've decided to break it down for you. The Top Shape method, the 3 keys to transform your physique and confidence. So number 1, master your nutrition without sacrifices. Discover how to eat in a way that fuels muscle growth, burns fat, and keeps you energized without giving up the foods you love or spending hours in the kitchen. Because what's the point if you can drop a whole bunch of fat but not feel energized and just sluggish, fatigued, drained? That means your diet isn't really you're tired, sluggish, fatigued. That means your diet isn't really optimal. You don't want to look good and feel like shit. You want to look good and feel energized, athletic, strong. And I found effective workouts that deliver results, focusing on the targeted muscle groups that I actually wanted to grow. And if you're spending 2 hours in the gym going through the motions, not training with high intensity, no wonder why you're going to be stuck. And that's why you see it. Guys in their 30s, 50s, no changes in their physique because they don't change in their training performance. When you push hard and actually grow, progress in the workouts, that's when you see a change. So it's about the consistency and mindset for long-term success, because you can have a perfect plan right in front of you, but still fail if your mindset is not in the right place. I hear it all the time. Guys will say, oh, I'm too busy to start. After vacation, I'll get back and then I'll start my fitness journey. What? So what happens when life gets busy? Are you just going to accept the fact you're going to get out of shape? Are you okay with just being fat or getting out of shape every time life gets hard or life gets busy? Or do you want to be in shape year round, even when you're busy? You can learn how to get in shape even when your life is busy and hard. That's what the real top level dudes do. But it all starts with mastering nutrition. Simple strategies, big results. So no more starving yourself, cutting out your favorite foods. If you're starving yourself, you're screwing up your hormones. You're screwing up your metabolism, making it way harder to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. So what you need to do is prioritize protein first. Easy way to hit your protein target daily, split it up, multiple different meals, having real food, real protein sources. Try and avoid too much processed bars and shakes. If it's a good quality whey protein, that's amazing and it's convenient, all for it. But if it's a protein bar loaded with tons of sugar, calories, that can make you fat, not jacked. So try and get micronutrient dense, whole protein sources like ground beef, eggs, Greek yogurt. That is going to be a lot better. Now, you want to have the right amount of food as well. Eating healthy, it isn't good enough. You need to have the right portion sizes on top of that. So if you're looking to build muscle, you'll want a calorie surplus. If you're looking to prioritize fat loss, you'll want a calorie deficit. And you need to know exactly when to switch gears based on your goals. There's different phases. There's a cutting phase, there's a reverse dieting phase, and there's a lean bulking phase. You need to know when to do them and how long to do them. But the first place to start though is to go to the TDE calculator. Look that up, tdecalculator.com. Put in your weight, your height, your activity level, and this will tell you how many calories you should be eating. Now, it's not perfect, it's not accurate, but if you are tracking, you will get way more accurate results than the guy who's not tracking. And the way to do it is weigh yourself every single day. Eat these calories that it suggests, and if your weight is moving down like a pound per week, and that's your goal, then perfect. If not, then maybe eat a little less to make sure you are dropping a pound per week. And that's really the way to do it. You don't have to track your calories every day. You can save a meal. You can use an app like MyFitnessPal. You can save your meals and then just rotate through those meals. Or what you can do is just weigh yourself and eat real food, whole proteins, and make sure you're hitting your weekly weight target without tracking calories. So that's a way to do it without tracking as well. Just know if you're stuck in a plateau and you don't know why, and it could be because you're overeating, you need to track, and then you need to see exactly what's really holding you back. And the only way to figure that out is by finding the exact amount of calories that you're at right now. And then when you hit a plateau, you can drop it by 200 or increase your cardio. So that is the way to do it. And then you can say yes to the foods you love. If you can fit that into your diet, your macros, your calories, you're not going to be restricted. You can stay on track without feeling guilty about it. Now for training, that's going to build you an aesthetic, strong physique. This is about training smart, not hard. No more random workouts wasting time. No more junk volume. Follow a proven program that builds muscle and burns fat. So what you want to do, quick workouts. You're a busy guy, so you want to do 45, 60-minute sessions, training insanely hard, training to failure, giving it your all. If it is too easy for you, add more weight, progressive overload. You don't need to spend 7 days in a week in the gym either. 3 to 5 days a week is plenty. You want to rest so you can recover faster and grow even more. But you also need workouts that are designed for your schedule, for your muscle groups that you want to grow, not the other way around. You shouldn't be sacrificing your schedule for your workouts. Hell no, that's how you ruin your life for the gym. No, the gym should be adding on to your life, making it better. But you also need the compound lifts, progressive overload, and intelligent programming. No fluff, not the junk volume. Just do what works. That's why we only need to spend 60 minutes in the gym, because all of it is smart. All of it is effective and productive for strength, size, and definition, and athleticism, if that's a goal for you as well. Now, to make sure you're burning fat, that is where you do cardio. And for your overall endurance and heart health, you want to do cardio. So daily 10K steps, walking is going to be one of the best ways for fat loss and recovery. Zone 2 cardio, if needed, you can do that weekly to boost endurance, heart health. Everybody thinks, oh, the treadmill is the way to burn fat. Fuck no. You don't need to do hours of the treadmill. You could just do 30 minutes, 15 minutes if that's all you need. It's going to be these strategic movements that support your goals that are actually going to get you results instead of just wasting your time in the gym with no structured plan. You can see that most of your calories are made up of your basal metabolic rate. That's why weightlifting is so important versus cardio, because cardio is that little tiny mark. Look at that. Eat, exercise, activity. That's going to be cardio. That's the calories you burn in the gym. But BMR, your basal metabolic rate, that's increased from the muscle mass you have. So the goal should be weightlifting, prioritizing that, building up muscle mass, because that's what really burns calories. That's why bodybuilders can eat so much. And then NEAT, that's the walking, 10K steps, fidgeting, making you sure you have an active lifestyle. You don't have to just do boring stuff. You can play a sport, do an activity, go for a hike, swim, jog. Like, they're all things that's going to add to your lifestyle while help you get shredded and fit. But you can have all that, you can have all the perfect plans, but if the mindset isn't in the right place, you're not going to be able to stick to it. So the mindset is the muscle that changes everything, and stop seeing fitness as a punishment. That's why so many people fail, because they do 2 hours of cardio and they're like, oh, I ate so much food, now I'm going to punch myself on the treadmill. No. You get to do cardio. You get to go to the gym and train hard. You're privileged. Every single day you wake up and you're fit, you're healthy, you're strong. You can push yourself in the gym. You're so privileged. And that's the type of mindset you have to have. You have to be looking forward to the gym, looking forward to hitting a PR, a personal record, and beating your previous self. When you start treating the gym like that, when you start seeing it as a game, as a way to level yourself up, that's when you actually have self-respect for yourself and you find that power. So focus on daily execution, not perfection. What you need is to stay consistent and progress in the basics. And you need to win the day, one rep, one meal, one choice at a time. You don't need to overwhelm yourself with these crazy tasks. You just need to stay consistent with what actually works, the needle movers. So stack the small wins that lead to the massive change. Overcome limiting beliefs. Stop with this, oh, I don't have time. No, you control your time. You can schedule in the gym. You make time for it because it's a priority. You don't say, oh, I can't do a six-pack, it's too hard. You say, I already have a six-pack. It's already coming in. It's there, so close. You start talking good about yourself, you're just going to speak it into existence. But you need to train your mind like your body. Show up even when you don't feel like it. Those are the most important days for you to really go to the gym. Otherwise, you're never going to get jacked if you only go when you feel like it. You have to go when you don't feel like it. That's how you truly level up and see real progress. You have to optimize you, because the true transformation, not about looks, it's about leveling up in every single area. The unshakable confidence, walking into a room knowing you've built something mentally and physically. Daily energy and focus, not just dragging through your day, waking up clear, fully locked in, ready to get work done. Bulletproof discipline. This is about building them habits and mindset that makes success automatic. You know, like having the boring foods if you need to sometimes, like locked in with your routine and not falling off track because you've got your goals and that your goals are a priority. And when shit gets hard, you've got the discipline there. That's what makes you truly stand out. And it's the identity shift. You won't just look different. You'll think, act, and live like the man you've always wanted to be. You're only going to change your identity when you change your physique, your habits. So make those a mandatory first. And the thing is, it didn't just work for me. My clients are living proof that the Top Shape method delivers real, lasting transformation, not just in their bodies, but their mindset, their confidence, and lifestyle. My client Theo dropped 25 pounds in 5 months. Brock, 20-pound difference. I think it was about 5 months as well. Sold in body fat decrease, got absolutely shredded, looking like a Greek god. Athletic as well, running marathons. And my guy Jason packed on 5 pounds of muscle in only a month. And that's the thing. A lot of these transformations are very short. 2, 3 months, 5 months. The thing is, they're going to build these skills, these habits that they learned, and carry it on and progress for the rest of their life. This isn't a thing where it's like you get jacked in 3 months and then you lose all your gains. No. You learn the habits, the skills, the routine that you can take with you for the rest of your life. Now that you understand exactly how this process works, I have an offer for you. So if you're a busy guy juggling work, school, life, but still serious about actually changing, this is for you. If you're a man stuck in the skinny fat zone and you're ready to break through, you're tired of not having the physique you want, this is for you. And if you are willing to try a proven system that works and trust the process, ready to push your past your excuses and show up for yourself daily, commit to being the strongest, most confident version of you, this is for you. And the next steps, well, now it's time for you to become your own success story. Click the link below to join Top Shape, the full course and community that's going to show you how you can build your dream physique. You'll have access to guides, coaches like me. If you're serious about actually seeing real change in your life, your physique, your mind, your everything, I'll click the link in the description right there. Let's go. I'll see you there, boys.